Yo, yo, yo. Let's see here. Sorry, guys, for the delay. We're trying to get set up in a new pit. Make sure everything is working correctly. Okay, OBS is up. Let's go. All right, cool. Audio is working. We'll give people just a few more moments and then we're going to start here. There we go. Okay, wow. Yo, DFW Trader here. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man, look. Hold on. Man, we got a lot to cover. That's all I'm going to say. First things first, for those of you guys that want to tap into the mentorship, make sure you guys follow me on Instagram. All the updates are going to be posted there. We're getting very close to launch, which will be March 1st. I'm going to be giving up all the sauce. I'm going to be giving up pretty much all the techniques that I use to trade. I've watered it down to a point where it's easy to understand, because if you guys don't understand this stuff, then I'm not doing you guys a service. So I spent a lot of time breaking down the curriculum to a part where it's easy to understand. And man, I'm so excited. I'm so excited for the mentorship. A lot of you guys have been so patient. I think I got a wait list as far back as last July. Some of you guys have been waiting to learn from me for mentorship since last July, and we're finally going to be able to do that. So, of course, I feed off of energy. I do this because I want you guys to be successful. So your participation is important. If you guys have any questions, please comment, shoot me a DM so I can cover these questions, because I won't know what to teach you unless you guys tell me what you don't understand. You got me? First things first, before we get started, make sure you guys subscribe. Make sure you guys hit the like button so that way other people can see this. It's not that many traders out here breaking down the markets the way I am. There's a lot of people that are using indicators and they're doing trade signals, but they're not really explaining to you guys what's happening. They're just shoving information in your face, telling you to download the course or buy their course, and then that's it. They're not giving you the knowledge so you can understand the depths of the market, how it moves, how it works, and so on. And they're definitely not going up live at 9 o'clock to do a market breakdown. So that being said, I'm getting pinged left and right because everybody knows that I'm a big believer of the markets showing what can happen as far as propaganda or political news before it's actually announced. And I cannot believe I just got pinged right when we started this live that the government, all of a sudden, the White House, you can look at this on Twitter. It's on the Twitter. We might even pull it up here in a second. It says, based on the this is insane. I just can't believe the deflection by the White House. But it says, based on the tremendous interest shown, I will be directing the Secretary of War and other relevant departments and agencies to begin process of identifying and releasing government files related to aliens and extraterrestrial life. Guys, nobody has been talking about aliens this whole time. Nobody's been talking about aliens. We all know what everyone's been talking about. We know what we want to know. We know what we've been waiting to get released. Nobody's been talking about aliens, but here they are trying to deflect from what everybody's been waiting on. And that just means that they're trying to save the market. They're trying to prevent people from panicking and pulling their money out of these companies in the stock exchange by distracting everybody and having us talk about aliens. I just cannot believe that is the trick that they're going to do. So anyway, That being said, let's just dive into these charts and find out what exactly they're trying to hide from us, right? So let's get into it. First things first, like I said before, these charts, I'm trying to make sure I got the chat up so I can see what you guys are saying in the corner of my screen. I got chat up, I got the Discord up. If I move too fast, guys, ping me, comment, let me know. All right, even I got my Instagram up too. Ping me on Instagram if I don't see your questions. But at any time, if I lose you, the whole purpose of this, we don't have that much time. We got about 30 minutes, but at any time, if I lose you, don't hesitate to DM me or comment so I can address it, okay? So anyway, what could they possibly be trying to hide from us? Well, let's just look. First of all, we'll start with NASDAQ. We're at all-time highs, right? We're at all-time highs at NASDAQ. And I'm sorry, I'm still a little sick, but I'm going to fight through it. And the market has been consolidating. I mean, if you guys can see here, I got the chart up. Let's stretch it out so you guys can see everything. See, I'm making sure it looks clean on your side. There we go. All right, so what do we have here? We have a tight consolidation range. We've been consolidating for a while now. And watch this. When I put lipstick on the chart, you guys will see that price has been stagnant, okay? So we're waiting, and every time a trader has tried to trade a breakout, they get cooked, okay? So we can see right here, price pushed up. Everyone thought it was going to shoot higher and take out highs like it has been. Rejected, okay? Let's look down here. Price shot down. Everybody thought it was going to continue down and take out these lows. Guess what? Price shot back up, back into the range. Price literally has been just ping-ponging in consolidation. And this is important because if you guys can't see this on the charts, then you will be the liquidity. You get what I'm saying? If you guys can't identify the market conditions before you enter, then you can get cooked and blow your account. So a lot of times it's better to be in a cash position and not take any trade because you understand the market conditions, okay? Now, a lot of guys know that I've been trying to wait until March for cleaner price action. December through February is usually junk. And I teach a lot of this in the mentorship of when to trade, when not to trade, when market conditions are going to clear up, when it won't. I teach all this stuff in the mentorship, but because we don't have that much time, I'm just going to kind of speed run through it. But until we get to March, guys, I'm really not interested in any long-term positions, especially a breakout. But I just find it fascinating. We got Epstein files, we got everything under the world, and price action still just been sitting here. Now, we're going to cover one more thing too. We're going to cover how earnings can come out great. And this is when the retail traders going to get their feelings hurt. Earnings can come out fantastic for a company, and that company can still end up losing half its share, half its profit share. And I'm gonna show you this. Let's use Palantir for example. Okay, we'll switch to my options on my watch list. Palantir had amazing earnings. Amazing earnings. You can see it here. Amazing earnings. And price literally melted. Melted. Why? Okay. This is proof that the charts will tell you what's going to happen before the news is released. I don't care how good earnings is. I don't care what court case crypto or XRP or Bitcoin might have won. I don't care about any of that because the charts are going to tell you where price is going to go every single time. You're going to know on the charts before it is released. And this is another example. I got two more examples of good earnings, fantastic earnings, but price still dropped. All right? Okay. So let's take a look here. What do we have? Palantir. Price shot up, filled this fair value gap, retested this fair value gap. This is an inversion FVG now. When earnings was released, it tapped it and absolutely melted. So if you didn't see this FVG, and if you didn't see this sell side liquidity, which is this low here, you know, I'll clean this up a little bit because I was scalping. If you didn't see this, you would have went long and got cooked. So this is a perfect example of not being tricked by speculation. The charts will always tell you what price is going to do. Just mark out your charts. Don't be biased based on what's being released in headlines, and you can protect yourself every single time, okay? Not only did price reject that FVG and come down sweep sell side, but from me looking at it here, it actually targeted that sell side as well, okay? And that's going to be hard. This is going to be hard. This is going to be hard for some people that trade technicals, right? These people might trade, you know, reports and earnings reports, and the CEO's releasing this and they're innovating this and all this stuff. I get it. But guys, it's very important that you guys do your markups and you respect these levels, okay? All right, I'm going to go to the chat real quick. Appreciate your support since July, bro. And yep, I was offering the course for $100 back then. I did take it down. It was temporary. And again, when I put these opportunities out there, you guys got to take advantage of it. You guys got to take advantage of it because I'm constantly creating new material for people, and I'm sharpening my edge to be a better teacher. So the mentorship is going to be better, more value than any of the other things I've launched so far. Yeah, the live is going to be saved, so that way you guys can refer back to it. I do know it's late. You know, it's 9 o'clock. I know a lot of people are probably getting ready for bed. They got kids and stuff like that. Some people are probably still at work. I get it. But reference back to the previous lives if you can. And that's why I'm trying to keep it short, so that way, you know, you guys don't have to watch an hour-long live to get to the point. You get what I'm saying? So this was just an example of how price can do, how price can just, you can end up getting cooked regardless of what happens, regardless of what the report says, okay? So Intel, just start from the top actually. Intel, I'm still bullish on Intel, but we can't ignore the fact that Trump was the main person driving the price of Intel up because of what he was publicizing. He was very pro Intel. He had a vested interest in Intel, but right after this Epstein stuff started hitting, that's when we start getting a lot of chop. But I'm still bullish. We did sweep buy side liquidity here, right? So I can't ignore the fact that we swept buy side. I can't ignore the fact that we got sell side and possibly equal lows down here. I also can't ignore the fact that we might rebalance price here. But I would love to see price respect these levels and give us another move to the upside, okay? But we'll see. Right now, the market is very, very choppy. I'm personally not looking for any position trades right now, just because of all the stuff that's coming out. We got to give it some time, guys. This is not trading market conditions right now, especially because we got a bunch of battleships out there in the Middle East, and at any moment, and I heard as soon as 72 hours from now, we can actually be bombing each other out there in the Middle East. So if that happens, and this is why I want to do this, if that happens and you see bombs being let off, let's look at some stocks that might actually take off because of it, all right? I want to say alternative sources of energy, still bullish here. You guys know I've been talking about USC for a long time. We've been in USC since $7 a share, guys, and I'm not pulling out. I got shares. I got lots of shares, and I'm buying more and more every day. I'm very, very bullish on any alternative energy sources. Look at that. This is Halliburton. I said be bullish on Halliburton. These guys might be drilling out there in Venezuela. So guys, these oil companies, they're going to be out there drilling. They got permits to be bullish. I'm sorry, they got permits to get out there and start drilling for oil as well. But yeah, let's look at Lockheed Martin. Where are they at? Am I skipping it? Did I pass it? There we go. Extremely bullish, right? Tensions are high on the weekly time frame. We're at all-time highs. One thing that you guys know about me, I say do not short the market when we're at all-time highs. So stay bullish. On the weekly time frame, though, we do have a fair value gap here. I would love to see price come retest this level. So if you guys are wanting to get into Lockheed Martin, definitely wait for a pullback to the 560s if possible. I know that's $100 a share, a little bit over $100 a share. But if you can do that, that'll be a solid entry in my honest opinion. That's what I'm going to be waiting for. In fact, I'm going to set an alert there so that way I don't miss that entry. That's a long way, but as you guys know, these levels that I call them out extremely early, and it's almost like I got a crystal ball, okay? The rest of these stocks, I'm not going to go into all these other stocks because it's all choppy, right? Look, here's Google. Here's Microsoft. Just a lot of choppiness, right? And this is the 4-hour time frame. Here's Apple. I like Apple. Let's see. Actually, this is beautiful. But hold on now. But we haven't swept sell side liquidity yet. Right here. So it's hard for me to stay bullish. We haven't swept sell side, but what did we do? We have respected this FVG. So this was bullish order flow. After price gave us this bull run here, we got to identify the key levels that are swept. Boom. Here's buy side liquidity that are taken out. Right? Price swept buy side, immediately gave us a rejection. And here we are. But now we left another FVG here. So let's see if price wants to hold that level. It gave us an inversion actually. So here, let's make it a little bit more precise. This is an inversion fair value gap. Okay. Drag that over. You see that right there? Price inverted that FVG. That's a tell sign that price might want to see higher prices, okay? Let's delete that level. And we might want to rebalance this. So if price goes below 257 for Apple, then obviously we're going to target sell side liquidity, okay? If price sweeps 252, we're going to be targeting the next level, which would be 244. This is hard to tell because at any moment, someone's name can be dropped in these Epstein files and market can absolutely dump. A prime example, Tesla. The second Elon's name was mentioned, price just started melting. It has just been chopping ever since. So, I mean, this is absolutely the worst market conditions you could possibly trade in. I do see potentially equal lows here. So that means that I could probably see a drop on Tesla to at least sweep out this level, maybe rebalance this, and we'll see if price wants to take out this sell side also. But as of right now, I'm going to be bearish on Tesla just because I identified these equal lows here, okay? And I'm not going to get into what equal lows are and all that stuff. It's going to be in the course. It's going to be in the mentorship. So if I lose you in any of that, you guys will have to enroll for me to really break that down to you, okay? Thanks, Ram. I appreciate your time. Yes, sir. You already know. I'm giving out some sauce, man. Absolutely. And then gold. Perfect. Let's take a look at gold. As some of you guys know, on my Instagram, I said I'm going to go back to Forex, but I'm waiting for this to get cleaned up a little bit. All right. Buy side liquidity on a higher time frame. Sell side liquidity here for the last, I don't know, for the last 11 days, price has just been consolidating. It's really hard. I'm not leaning towards either way. It's really, really hard for me to call this. Yeah, I actually don't like this at all. I mean, guys, let's put some lipstick on it, right? So we'll put some lipstick on the chart so you can see what I see. We got a range. We got a very tight range, right? High there, got a low here, and price is just ping-ponging between levels, right? Can you get some intraday scalps? Sure. We go to a small time frame. Sure, we could probably find something in here, but I'm gonna be honest, guys. This isn't clean. Like none of this interests me at all. Yeah, none of this. None of this. There's no inefficiencies. Okay, there's no clean sweeps. The only move I can see here. Where is it? Here we go. The only move I can see here, this order block was respected, right? So price retraced up, filled this entire FVG, didn't really respect any of it, chopped it up, filled these orders, rejected that order block, and absolutely melted to target, take a guess, sell side liquidity. So before we know where price is going to go, we have to identify where price has been first, right? So we don't know what price might do next until we can see what it did leading up to current price. Now, this is sell side, price swept sell side, gave a nice reversal, and it looks to be like it's respecting bullish order flow. Yes, sir. Explain why blue. Yeah, I mean this is not clean price action, guys. In fact, some people, some prop firms have limited trading certain assets like gold. So there's a lot of prop firms that won't even. They're restricting the ability to trade gold right now, and I mean I actually don't blame them because some of these moves were absolutely wild. Like this drop was insane. This drop, crazy. And I know a lot of people ate on that, right? But, hey, it's already been there. Let's see what we got coming up next. I got a key level up here, though. 5,300 for gold is the level I want to see hit. I got to be bullish on gold until it gives us a reason not to. So here's what I want. I want to see price close above this level here. So price needs to close above 5,044. And then give us a continuation to target not buy side, but to target this fair value gap here. If price does not create new highs and it starts breaking down, okay, it starts giving us like some choppiness down here, I'm absolutely targeting sell side liquidity down here, okay? And then of course, if price disrespects that, next level will be down here. What will get us down here? It's going to have to be some type of crazy political stunt, man. Like, for a sell-off like that on gold, it's going to have to be something absolutely bananas. I don't know. I don't know. Like, we got a president talking about releasing files on aliens right now. When we all are waiting for these Epstein files to... And we just watched... Prince Andrews get arrested because he was in the files. And then all of a sudden, Trump is running around acting like he's been exonerated, and no one exonerated Trump for the Epstein file. So I think that's why the market's waiting on. The market is kind of indecisive because all these names are getting released every day. This is going to be crazy. Now I will say this: if we end up going to war, and people on U.S. soil start getting arrested that were mentioned in the Epstein files, that can target a sell-off. I'm just going to be honest. Yeah, the market loves war. That's why Trump's probably like pressing it so much. But the people, man, like the people are waiting. I mean, it's so evident. And every time they release someone's name that's tied to any of these companies, we're literally watching it in real time. We're watching price action just absolutely melt and people pull their monies out. So that's what I got for gold. Wait for these levels to break. As you can see here, I mean, I'm on a daily time frame, guys. This is pretty tight price action. There's really not a lot going on. As much as I want to say we're going to reach up and grab this FVG, something could get posted overnight and we absolutely melt. Okay. Yeah, you're trading while gold's consolidating. It's not giving you a clean trend, right? You're not getting a continuation. You're probably entering, and immediately after you enter, price goes in your favor and then stops you out. So then you end up taking the opposite trade, and then price reverses and stops you out again. when all it's doing is just ranging. So I'll let gold breathe a little bit. That sell-off is a little scary. This pullback, I'm not sure if this is a pullback or a reversal, but for that to happen after we've had an absolutely crazy bull run on gold, I mean, like, guys, I was trading gold back when it was like 1944 or something like that. So, I mean, this is insane. There's also been talks about, actually, there hasn't been talks about it. I've just kind of been connecting the dots. Don't be surprised if U.S. ends up absorbing BRICS and they end up backing the U.S. dollar with gold again. I do anticipate some type of headline about gold and the U.S. dollar being pushed eventually. When, how, I don't know. But I think a lot of crypto boys are about to get their feelings hurt soon because they think that crypto is going to replace the U.S. dollar when in fact it might just be gold. The U.S. dollar hasn't been backed by gold since the early 1900s, and I can definitely see that happening since gold is literally trading at $4,900 an ounce. It's literally $5,000 an ounce. So if that happens, I can anticipate gold trading at $10,000 an ounce. And if that happens, we're all going to be salty because everybody was investing in BTC when they should have been buying gold this whole time. So, which by design could be intentional. JP Morgan and Wells Fargo and all these guys are probably the ones that bought all the gold in the first place while everybody else bought crypto. So, but hey, I'm just saying. That's why I haven't been trading crypto at all this whole time. All right. Okay. Do you use stock chart TA? Is that a trade symbol? No. What's TA, brother? Let's see here. Let's go down to oil. Now, yeah, only 2 micro contracts for a 50K. Man, that's insane. Oil, man, guys, I think the last time we talked, I was talking about oil when it was down here. I said we're tapping sell side, expect some headlines to be pushed about war, blah, 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 blah. Next thing you know, we kicked in the front door to Venezuela, right? So they had to figure out how to get the price of oil up, but they still might figure out how to get oil up to $70 a barrel. To do that, I anticipate this war talks to get us there. So me personally, we'll just start over. Oh. Come on. All right, let's start over. So first things first, we got to identify our sell side and our buy side levels. Sell side resting down here. Internal liquidity, buy side resting here, which we just hit. But look at all this buy side, man. Hey, anybody that see that girl Tori trades? And she trades trend lines, right? Where is it? Where is it? She trades trend lines, right? Well, all this shit about to get hit. I'm anticipating price taking out this buy side minimum. That's going to be $77 on oil. So if they restricted you guys from trading gold, man, just switch to oil because this is going to be a banger. I know I did a $1,000 account challenge the other day. And I held this position on gold since December. It's in the Discord. I posted all the screenshots. You guys can check it out if you want to. But I'm still very much bullish on oil. Buy side, buy side, buy side. Minimum these 3 levels, 77, 80, and 84 for gold. It's going to sweep all this buy side liquidity. All right. It's just a matter of when. So don't be surprised. You guys check back after this live YouTube session. They say that we sent a bomb to Iran and all of a sudden the price of gold is at $77, like in one candle. So don't be surprised if that happens. I actually do see that happening, and I can't wait to refer back to this so that way I can't wait to refer back to this so we can actually say that we saw it first right here on this live. Let's go down to GBP USD. Same thing, lots of consolidation, tight range. I'll show you here, but there's some scalps here, right? We got some scalps here. Let's break it down. Buy side liquidity right here at that wick. Smacked it, rejected it. It's not a fair value gap because this was already filled. But let's go down to the daily. I like this FVG right here, actually. Yeah. So you see how these levels, I mean, guys, and with practice, you guys will be able to do this too. But you see how that wick is literally right there at the midpoint of that fair value gap. Is that by coincidence? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So that's buy side. Where can price go? I got a fair value gap down here. I like that. I like that right there. I can see price coming for that. For Forex traders trading GBP USD. I like that. All right. So that would be my first level. Obviously, if we get something like this and we get a drop, retrace, drop, it might edge you guys, come back, hit this. If it doesn't hit it and target anything up here to the upside, look for an inversion to possibly come out and take out sell side. Okay. So that's what I got for GBP USD. That's a nice move. All right, Bitcoin. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. I hate to say it, but I'm going to say it anyway. And it's recorded. Go back and watch the other lives that's recorded. I told you so. I was arguing with somebody on Facebook the other day who swore Bitcoin was going to go up to 100 and some thousand. I've been screaming from the top of the mountaintop that we're going to come down and minimum take out 59,000. We absolutely smacked 59. My next level, let's show you. Let's see. Let's see where we're going to go next. Where we're going to go next? Is this the end of the sale? Man, I don't know, because we got a fair value gap right here. This is at 46,000. We got sell side liquidity down here. That's at 49,000. And then I don't want to scare you guys. I'm not gonna go all the way down there yet, but I definitely can see a continuation to come take out 40-something thousand. I honestly think since we've been trading below 78,000, that was the first target, was like 72. Yeah, that was the first target, like 72. Man, I really do think that if price gets that low, that everyone is going to be a panic seller. I got buy side labeled here, but price rejected it. So price shot up, cleared buy side liquidity because I wanted to see it come target this fair value gap or potentially target this FVG, but it didn't. It swept buy side and it has not made higher highs, and it can potentially flip and come down and take out these lows. But let's see. This is another line in the sand. This is 67,000. It's playing ping pong right around 67,000. You guys already know. If price can hold, just doing this, if price can hold and come push to the upside, cool, we can target that. But if price doesn't, okay, if price rejects it and you see a wick or something and a flush, we're going to come down to these lows, guys, 59,000. And at that point, everyone's that's been holding for a long time, they're going to get liquidated. You know what I'm saying? They're going to get scared. They're going to panic sell, and they're going to get liquidated. So that's what I got for Bitcoin. I'm not bullish on Bitcoin by any means. I've been telling you guys to watch out for BTC. Silver's had a crazy rejection also. As you can see, silver has swept sell side liquidity here big time. And it looks like I had equal lows labeled down here somewhere. Yeah, I got equal lows over there. So I would like to see silver do something cool. It did sweep buy side again and reject this fair value gap from the looks of it. I'll leave it at that's internal liquidity. You guys need to practice this, right? So like, I can mark up all day long. I can mark up these charts all day, every day. I can tell you exactly where price is gonna go. But you guys need to practice this on your own. I'm doing this so that way you guys can try to spot sell side, buy side, fair value gaps before I even say it. I want you guys to be like, oh, it's right there. I see a fair value gap right there. Then I go over it and you say, okay, good. My charts match up with Worm's charts. That means that you guys are making progress, right? I don't want you guys to be like me when I first started and I was a student, and I'm still a student, but I was so focused on watching what they were doing that I didn't try to do it on my own. You're gonna make mistakes, but you can't spell millions without at least a couple L's. I'm just saying. So get out there. It's okay to be wrong, but make sure that you can go back and find out why you were wrong in the first place. All right, so let's look at NASDAQ. We're gonna wrap it up with NASDAQ. We'll start with the weekly time frame. What do you got? Bunch of choppiness, okay? Let's go to the daily. Bunch of choppiness, right? No clear direction, no continuations, no fair value gaps, no... Look, guys, when you got FVGs like this, and it's just getting disrespected like that, these are not favorable market conditions. This is the accumulation phase. This is what they need to do to own as many orders as possible. They need to own as many shares and as many tokens or whatever it is you're trading. If it's consolidating, they're building up for a big move. The big moves is what pay us, but you won't survive. Your account won't survive to take advantage of the big moves if you're getting caught up in the junk. So don't trade this. Seriously, like, you're not missing out on nothing. You're missing out on maybe a couple ticks, but that's it. Don't swing anything, nothing like that. I tell guys, scalp it, in and out of the market, and move on. Take what you can and move on. Don't try to place these swing positions. Don't try to gamble on earnings plays. Don't try to do any of that stuff, guys, because you might get cooked. All right, when I drop down to the 4 hour, let's see how we could potentially go to the upside. We have a sweep of sell side liquidity here on the 4 hour. But you have a fair value gap that was already filled right here. So that means price has to push above this order block and close above this fair value gap and potentially turn this into an inverse. These are key levels. These are point of interest. These are levels when you enter the market and you don't know, you don't have a bias and you don't know if you want to go bullish or bearish. This is how. When you have price push up and respect this fair value gap, then obviously we're targeting this buy side liquidity or potentially that FVG. That is how you trade in a range, okay? This is how you trade in a range. You're not looking all the way down here. You feel me? You're not looking left all the way down here, okay? You're not looking up all the way up here. You got key levels in between here and here that we got to pay attention to. And depending on how price respects those levels will tell you what direction you need to trade price, okay? So that's what I got for NASDAQ. Me personally, with tomorrow being Friday, I'm not trading it, especially since in the next two days, we can seriously see some big headlines being pushed. And again, just to wrap all this up, news is for speculation. They're trying to move the masses and create liquidity with some of these headlines that they're pushing, some of these narratives that they're pushing. It's up to you as a trader to read between the lines and understand where the flow of money is going. We trade with the banks, so we need to understand what it is that the banks are trying to do. Why are they having us look over here? Because they're trying to move money over here. That's how we can read between the lines and we can catch these big moves, all right? Now, that's what I got for you guys today. Make sure you guys go on Forex Factory. I'm not going to do all that on this one, but make sure you guys go on forexfactory.com. Look for any red photo news if you guys still want to trade tomorrow or trade next week to protect yourself. I will be going live more often now. As you can see, we moved to the back cave. Y'all, we made it, all right? So we're moving up. I'm going to continue to be locked in, but I am preparing for my mentorship so I can give all my undivided attention to my students and my mentees. This will be the greatest mentorship for 2026. There will not be another trader out there that have more value in their mentorship than mine. Okay, I can guarantee that. We're going to learn about candlesticks. We're going to learn about what softwares to use. We're going to learn how we can scale 10,000 to a million in a 3-year plan. We're going to have risk management strategies. We're going to talk about buy side liquidity, sell side liquidity, and how we can predict price. Okay, we're going to cover so much stuff in 3 months that when you're done, you're going to have confidence to sit down at that dinner table and either explain it to your kids or explain it to your parents or just explain or just share some of the profits and trades that you were able to take advantage of. So I'm excited for it. Make sure you guys follow me on Instagram. Turn on your notifications. I'm going to try to do another session on Sunday. Until then,